All right, so one of the things that might surprise you that's on the list are axes and hatchets. These things come in handy if you have to break down a door or cut down a tree, those types of things. They fall underneath the $75 range, and they will be available this coming weekend, tax-free. So as the National Weather Service team walks through the neighborhood looking at damage, they're looking at damage indicators. We're actually in someone's living room right now. Look at this. The roof has been ripped from the home. This is a damage indicator the team can use to help determine how fast the winds were in this tornado.
All right, it was hot. It was hot standing there, and it was really hot when that fireball just went up into the sky like that. You can really feel it, and it gives you a good idea what these first responders feel every time they go out into situations like these. And it's this kind of training that helps them save lives.
They're shocked, to say the least, that something like this happened right here in their neighborhood. But first, we want to show you this suspect, 24-year-old Gabriel Jones of Navasota. He is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. In addition to extremely dry conditions, another factor making this fire especially hard to put out is the wind. This thick black smoke here keeps changing directions, and these firefighters have to be on guard. Now, this is the behavioral health unit. We're in one of the patient rooms. Notice all of these different devices on the wall. Now, out here outside of the room, there is a key. You turn it, this garage door starts coming down, and it keeps all of these devices away from the patient so they can't harm themselves. So one of the cool things about this is they're actually giving me a little bit of power. I get to turn on the horn by flipping this switch right here. Wait for it, wait for it. You know, I received a copy of the letter to Hearn ISD from a source not affiliated with the Texas Education Agency. In the letter, the TEA says it received several complaints about how Hearn ISD does business. Now, when it comes to getting repairs done on your home, how do you actually know that you're getting what you pay for? After all, you don't want to get scammed. And for Celeste,
looking at me.
Each word she conquers is a real victory. Contemporary.
Contemporary.
Good. There you go. Perfect.
Contemporary.
Good.
Okay.
Good job. Not only are these cameras watching the intersection, they're also monitoring how much traffic is coming through here. They're using something called detection zones. When a car pulls up to the intersection, these cameras can sense it. And if enough traffic builds up, that means it's time for the light to turn green. I'm here in Miramont, and ironically, this is one of the homes I was at last week with the National Weather Service, and it sustained some of the worst damage from this tornado. Officer-wise, not only does he help promote safety on his chariot, he can also do tricks. All right. I want to see you do the Superman. All right, wait, can you do donuts? Can you do donuts? All right, so Bryan College Station is number 8, but of course during rush hour, it sure doesn't look like it. Traffic is a little bit heavier, and drivers say these orange cones are making things worse. With a quote of $500 to $700, Mr. Dyer thought he was getting a quality driveway for a decent price. But all he got was a bunch of loose gravel and a bill for $18,000. So the question is, how should you text?
Kind of draw the shoulder blades kind of back and down, push the chest up just a little bit, tighten up gently through the core, tuck the chin just a little bit, and bring the phone up to your head.
It's only day 1 for the burn ban for Brazos County, and already crews are battling a fire in this field behind me. You can see them making their way back here. They say when conditions are this dry, anything can go up in smoke. This equipment right here is called the Headworks. It is the primary point of contact for waste that comes through this treatment center. Things like wipes often get trapped here, and just because they say flushable does not mean they are dispersible.
They say it's very important to stay hydrated because that's one of the big reasons that people get into trouble out here. They don't drink enough water before, during, and those types of things.
After the man's body spent more than a month inside of a funeral home, county commissioners approved $500 to go towards the cremation. But a long-term solution is still needed. If you want to find out if your vehicle has a recall for the airbag, you're going to need the VIN number. The VIN number can be found right here at the front of your windshield. You will take this number, you'll enter it into an app on safercar.gov's website. Then it will tell you if you have a recall. Now when it comes to bees, this hive right here is home to about 30,000 of them. Bees called foragers will leave this hive to collect pollen and nectar. And if they come in contact with pesticides, it can have deadly consequences. Even though these backup cameras are a convenient way to see what's behind you, they're not foolproof. Objects about the size of this bag, such as pets or children, can actually be hard to see. Right here you can see the bag, but if it's too low or too far to one side, it's out of your vision, and that is a safety issue. Now tonight at 10 o'clock, we will talk to the city about other crossings that won't receive these unidirectional wayside horns, but don't you worry, those intersections and those crossings could actually be a lot quieter. Some people will be really happy about that. For now, we are live near downtown Bryan. Ian Smith, KAGS News. This is another event in a long history of disputes over the city of Hearn's finances. I spoke with Milton Johnson, the city's former mayor and the ringleader of this petition. He's not surprised at all that he's getting sued over this. With ADHD drug abuse a common occurrence on college campuses, the question is why? But the students we spoke to say the answer is simple. It comes down to making the grade. I'm here at the Pease and Main Street crossing where at least two of these horns, called wayside horns, could be installed on a pole above this crossing. Take a listen to this.